For my video, I did a video on O.J. Brigance, who was once a player of the Baltimore Ravens, and he was a huge inspiration to the Baltimore Ravens and every player that played. O.J. Brigance was once a great football player. He played at Rice University as a linebacker and started all 3 years. He then went on to play in the CFL for 3 years, dominating the league and had a number of sacks. He then got signed by the Baltimore Ravens, and ever since he has been an inspiration to the whole Ravens organization. And all the people love him. In 2004, he was diagnosed with a rare disease called ALS and was only projected to live 5 more years. The disease affects all of his nervous systems and muscles, not letting him move or talk. However, doctors gave him a machine that lets him make sentences by him blinking, which then speaks the sentence out loud. To respect and honor OJ, he was given the position of Director of Player Development for the Ravens. Every single player of the Ravens talks to OJ and looks up to him as an inspiration to win a Super Bowl. This past football season, the Ravens won the Super Bowl, and it was all for OJ. All of the players looked to him as a father and respect him forever. During the ceremony, where they presented the Lombardi Trophy, they brought OJ up to the stand, and he was given a huge applaud from everyone, players, and all the fans.
Alright, this is Alex Aristamian. Are you familiar with the story of O.J. Brigance?
I am familiar with this story.
How does it inspire you, and how do you feel about it?
Well, O.J. Brigance was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease, and Lou Gehrig's disease is a disease which affects 5 out of every 100,000 people. And what this does is it attacks your nerves, which slowly die till basically you have no ability to move your extremities or speak. And basically everyone who has this has a 5-year span to live, and he's on his 5th year. And not only is he on his 5th year, but he also holds a position as a director of player development for the Baltimore Ravens, which is incredible because everyone else who has this disease is bound to their bed, and it's just incredible how he's able to hold a position, maintain his life, while basically on the last year of his life expectancy. And he's hoping to pull out more years, but no one really knows how far it's going to go. Hopefully he'll last more, but this should be his last year.
O.J. Brigance is an inspiration to me because he has proven everyone wrong, including the doctors. He has lived past his 5 years. He lived to watch the Ravens win a Super Bowl, and he was able to be a part of that team. Also, OJ has also created his own foundation for ALS, people that have ALS, and his wife and everyone is determined to continue to keep OJ healthy and keep him strong and keep him living, because he's an inspiration to not only me, everyone on the Baltimore Ravens, his wife, and many other people around the NFL and the world.
Hello, everyone. My name is O.J. Brigance, and I am a Raven.
O.J. Brigance is the strongest man in the building, and it's a building of a lot of strong men.
Basically, O.J. Brigance is the spirit of the Baltimore Ravens. He embodies everything that we are, his strength, his testament, his commitment, and he doesn't have to say a word, it's just his presence.
In 2000, I was the special teams captain on the Ravens team that went to the Super Bowl.
OJ was our special team guru, basically. There's nothing like playing with a OJ Brigance who runs down and sacrifices his body
I had the opportunity of a lifetime to play in Super Bowl 35. We lined up and kicked off. As I started running, I remember seeing all off the camera flashes. I beat the blocker assigned to block me and made the tackle on the 20-yard line. That tackle sent a message to the Giants and the world that the Ravens had come to play. In 2007, I was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, more commonly known as ALS.
It was very shocking. It was very, as it would be for anyone with such a devastating diagnosis.
It slowly took away the use of my extremities. First my arms, then my ability to walk, and eventually my ability to talk.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Ravens Report. I'm O.J. Brigance.
Someone asked me one day, "OJ, well, how you doing? Are you making it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm no more than making it. I'm living it out to the best of my ability."
They told us someone living with ALS will probably live anywhere from 3 to 5 years. 5 years would be the longest. Well, we're in our 5th year, and we're going past our 5th year.
What makes me get up 3 hours early to come into the office is the simple fact that God has blessed me to live another day. So I better get my hind parts moving. My title now is Senior Advisor to Player Engagement.
Ready for this championship run?
Alrighty now. Yes.
He does so many different things, whether he gives you advice on how to play football, or for me, he helped me apply to get my MBA and get into school.
All right, brother. Love you as always.
It's the personal emails that he gives me, where he just hit you up random just to check on you to see how you're doing. You know, that stuff means the world to me.
When you have somebody like that in your life, man, it helps you to be a better person, better leader. You know, so OJ is like, he's that big brother to me, man.
Get in here, OJ!
OJ has been speaking to the team since '08. And he was still able to walk and talk at that time.
Don't be satisfied, don't celebrate too much. We got some more to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And since then, we've had him speak to the team through his equipment. He looks at the screen and he can click the letters he wants to click and form the words and form his message. Okay, OJ, you got something for us?
Man, you did something very significant today. It is only beginning. Get ready for something great.
He's the same spirit. He has the same heart. He told us, I don't want you guys to look at me different. That's why I still mess with him to this day.
And there's something about you that's always inspired me to be a better man. Happy birthday. I love you a million times, bro.
All right,
glad to see
sugar.
you.
When you think of a struggle, you think of OJ. And you can't come up with any excuse for not to come to work and try to be the best you can be.
There's days where you don't feel like practicing. There's days where your body doesn't feel good. And then OJ comes up in his wheelchair and he already has a message for you. And the message is, hey, how you doing? Or come talk to me, or how's it going?
He was one of the toughest, strongest warriors to play football in this league. And yet by his attitude, been made great through this weakness. We can refuse to see it if we want. We can put it at arm's length if we choose to, but it's right there for all of us to see, and I know that we've all grown from it.
Regardless of what we go through in life, there is always purpose wrapped within the pain. It all boils down to this. Every triumph and tragedy in my life has served as preparation to stand firm in this moment. To take what many perceive as an unbearable circumstance and impact the lives of others.
As you could see, OJ is a very inspirational person to everyone in the Baltimore Ravens organization. They fool around with him, they joke with him, but in all, he's there to push everyone to the next limits, and he really has created such a awesome organization around him, and through his machine that he speaks with. He inspires everyone. After watching the video and reading on everything that OJ has been through, it really inspires me to push harder and to never give up, even if the worst has happened. I mean, I think sometimes that horrible things has happened. OJ really has it the hard way, but he's still pushing through, and he's still living his life to his full ability.